a goal! Can you believe it? It's extraordinary.
Hope so. What are you looking forward to?
So I've gone into Friday night. There's a lot hinging on this. So Sydney, I thought they walked out of round one with huge question marks over them. Adelaide said plain. We've been here before, as we were there with round 5 last year. Adelaide had been ordinary on the Friday night against Collingwood. They got injuries. There were no Crouches and no Sloanes in the game. I think we all dismissed the Crows at that stage. It was probably their single moment of uplift for the whole year was when they marched into Sydney. They led all night. They edged the Swans by 10 points. Jenkins and Walker combined for 7 goals. This is precisely the performance that they're looking for. You talk about legitimise, is everybody felt like the Crows would march back up the ladder as a matter of formality. The Slows went on that when they were just playing against Hawthorn. Is they have to reinvigorate themselves. And as for the Swans, if they're going to amount to anything, they've got to restore some command of the SCG, which even in a good season last year, they never had.
Yeah, they lost it, didn't they?
The winner will calm everything, but the loser, there'll be an air that swirls around two teams who, well, success is usually expected of.
Very true.
So that'll happen quickly. There's one captain you've had an eye on for a couple of years now, and Tex again caught your eye on Saturday, in the margins in these things.
Yeah, we don't have much grey in footy, I think, when we're dissecting it in terms of it was either a good decision or a poor decision.
Even though there is. It's a game of grey.
Yeah, but that's us. We operate that way, and footy clubs can be like that as well. But I watched Tex really closely on the weekend against Hawthorn, and this moment caught my eye. So Adelaide are about 4 points down. They're coming. They've had a mini run. Hawthorn are still on top. And he marked the footy, and the crowd sensed what the moment meant.
It did.
So he's worked hard. He's got on the end of it. So he rolls, and I feel like he heard the crowd, and he sensed it himself. So he rolls, he unloads, and he gets the distance easily.
Look at the...
So then we had the debate in the box that should he have lowered his eyes and looked inside and passed it, or his leadership in that moment, taking it on your shoulders, realising that you're the captain, you've got the leg, and pulling the trigger. So I sat on the side of, I loved it. I thought it was great leadership. If he goes back and kicks a goal and he just missed, well, then we all would have been saying, fantastic leadership, Tex is back. You know, we know the co-captaincy's occurred.
This is a great question.
But
what
then...
would you say?
Watching that, no, I think he made the right call. I think that option is a bit cute, but it's fine, and it's tiny little. There's a Hawthorn defender watching him, and it's only until he thinks he's having it that he goes back. It's so fine. Last year, criticised that that's not up to the job.
He dropped the short, teammate marked it, and he kicked the goal?
Yeah, that's the whole. Well, that's it. This is the predicament for players.
So what if he did that and he kicked the goal? Everyone went and ran to all of them.
Yeah. Well, it's a decision-making game.
I know that.
So you live by the decision that you make. But the debate we had was, well, because he missed. So we focused on the result he missed. Well, was that poor leadership? Should he not have passed the ball? Should he not have squared it up to a teammate?
Was it unanimous?
No, we were split.
Yeah.
I was on the side of I liked it.
What would you have done? Well, what had not done? What do you think he should have done?
I think he should have kicked the goal.
Yeah, no, he had a shot.
Carpe diem.
He was 65 out.
He made the distance easily, so he knows he's got that in his repertoire. That's what Wayne Carey did. That's what Lance Franklin did. That's what Tex wants to be.
This is the double-edged sort of selfless, or take the responsibility. So,
but again, it's grey.
Yes,
but we rarely focus on the grey.
There's a couple of others too. Adelaide are in the same boat. I mean, they played in the grand final 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, or whatever. 2 years ago it was, and they came in with the wrong game style, crushed them all over the place, tried to push the ball in too quickly, and since then they've just declined completely. And on the weekend, they had 73 more possessions. They had 3 inside 50s more. Clearances, 11 more. Contested possessions, 27 more. Uncontested, 64 more, and got beat by 32 points. What sort of game style are they playing? That's coach's fault. If they've won the ball so well, where are they using it to? Are they hitting long into the forward line? Are they waiting for those over-the-back goals? Well, Hawthorn have beaten them. This is interesting. The last 13 times they've played, Adelaide's won 2. You'd think that Don Pike would say, hey, maybe we need to change our style. Maybe we need to look at another way to do this. I reckon he's under enormous pressure. Enormous pressure in Adelaide because it's a two-team town. They're the A-grade team in that town. They've put up such a good fight to be in the grand final, and he is, or they are, making a mess of it. If they want to make top 4 and they've been spruiking about it, they're almost a bottom 4.